My daughter has asked me to make a video of my scarves since many people ask her where I get my scarves from. This scarf is from Malang and my clothes are also from Malang. So she said, my daughter said that I must show my scarves and I must also show how I tie them. So this is I cut my trousers out, the leg of my trouser, and I asked my tailor to make pleats over here. So he made pleats. I know you can get this ready-made, but I did not want to get it ready-made. If you can save your money, why not? So he made pleats over here, and I'll wear this on my head with the pleats and pleat side forward. So I've worn that with the pleat side forward, and the reason I put this before the scarf is to give it volume. Otherwise, it looks very bland. Anyway, so this is how I will be folding this scarf. I will not be folding this scarf from here, from end to end. I will be folding this scarf just a little bit, not a little bit, quite a few, like this. Then afterwards, when I will put this scarf on my head, okay, now I'm going to put this on my head, okay, I'm not going to put it like this, because just putting it straight, it looks very, doesn't look nice. I will fold it, you see. Another reason of folding it gives you a good grip. So you tie one over here under your pony, under your hair, and one over here. One you tie over here on top. When you buy the Malang person, the Malang guy gave me this, it's a complimentary, and this is there's a very big story behind this brass bracelet, which I will tell you another time. There's a big incident that happened behind this brass bracelet. Last time I talked about the letters, the file that I used to keep, a letter file, and I wanted to discuss that whenever I used to write my letters, I always used to keep a photocopy of my letter, because if it gets lost in the post, you can always send that photocopy. And if you're going to ask me if the photocopy will get lost, I used to keep two photocopies. One for myself and one for the other person, because the other person can accuse you of writing this and that, and you can always have the photocopy as a proof. So I mean, obviously the people I used to send my letters never said such things, but still it's better if you keep a photocopy. So that's what I used to do. Another thing was that I always used to have an intuition if the other person received my letter or not. And I used to have this intuition in my dream that yes, my letter has been received. And once my cousin Shugufta, she did not receive my letter, and I got this in my dream. I said yes, because I did not dream of you. I did not get that dream that you received my letter, and that's why I was suspicious that you didn't get my letter. So today I'm going to show you my envelopes and my letter pads, which this is a very my precious collection, and I have this since I started doing this when I was 18 years old, and all this was collected before I was 20 years old. Like, I mean, it's very old, all this. So let's start from here. So this is I bought this from Egypt, plant on which they used to write. It's the real one. जो है ना, ये मुझे इसकी इजिप्ट से लिया था मैंने. जब मैंने ये इजिप्ट से लिया था, वहाँ का जो गार्ड था उधर एक, तो वो जब भी मैं गुजरती थी उधर से, तो वो ना गाना शुरू कर देता था. तो जब मैं ना ऐसी की नहीं हूँ कि मैं ना उसको बोलूँ ठरकी, और मैं खुश होती थी. मैं कहती थी चलो अच्छा है, अगर इसको मुझे देखता गाने गा रहा है, So it's okay, like if he's having a good time, let him have a good time, you know. I wasn't so tight-minded, you know. I wasn't that type. So this is my collection. You can see this. I loved all this. This is very, very. You can thoda gold. Can you see the goldness in it? The paint. So these are the envelopes. I really used to take care and only write to my cousins. And this is my collection, this is very valuable because if you go and try and get it, can you see the gold? कितना प्यारा gold color print आ रहा है इसके ऊपर, gold print. बहुत expensive था ये मेरी envelopes जो थी बहुत expensive थे. ये देखें. ओके, सो मेरे लिए ये बहुत प्रेशियस है, इसलिए मैं एक एक करके आपको दिखा रही हूँ, बिकॉज दिस इज़ वेरी प्रेशियस फॉर मी. दिस वाज वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट्स. दिस कैमल्स, देखो कैमल्स है. ये स्पॉइल हो गया था ऊपर से तो मिलेगा, मैंने फिर भी इसका काट के मैंने फेंका नहीं, यू नो. सो और इसका कैमल एनवेलोप दिस इज़ वेरी वेरी ओल्ड. आप लोग जो देख रहे हो, आप लोग पैदा भी नहीं हुए थे उस वक्त जब का मैंने ये कलेक्ट किया हुआ है. अगर आपको इसमें खत मिला इसके ऊपर, इसमें से, तो समझो यू आर वेरी स्पेशल. तो दिस इज ऑल्सो सिमिलर टू दिस, दीज एनवेलोप्स सिमिलर बट लिटिल बिट डिफरेंस है इसमें वो थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है, ज़्यादा नहीं है. और मैंने यहाँ तक देखें ये फिनिश हो गया था एनवेलोप, मैंने फिर भी इसको फेंका नहीं, मैंने इसको कलेक्ट किया, मैंने नहीं फेंका. ये इतना मुझे ये चीज़ें बहुत प्रेशियस है मेरे लिए. और दिस इज़ अ चीप वर्जन विच यू कैन गेट इवन नाउ. यू कैन गेट दिस, जिसमें शादी के कार्ड मिलते हैं, ये आपको मिल जाएगा. लेकिन मैंने फिर भी कलेक्ट करके रखा हुआ, मैंने नहीं चीप समझ के. ये एक पैड है, नोट पैड है, यू नो, ये जस्ट अ नोट पैड. एंड वेरी ओल्ड collection of mine. You people were not even born. This is just a rose on it, and it's very. And this was a card, you know. एक कार्ड था और एक rose envelope था. So, and I wanted to say, lastly, I wanted to say something. So this is my collection which I have kept in a very. Remember, याद रखिए, इसमें से किसी को फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो देखिए आजकल तो कोई लेटर लिखता ही नहीं है. आजकल तो चल रहा है इंटरनेट, ठीक है, सोशल मीडिया चल रहा है. लेकिन दिस वॉज वेरी लाइक वी यूज्ड टू इन दोज डेज, दिस वॉज द थिंग, यू नो, दिस वॉज द थिंग बैक देन. तो मैं उन दिनों जो मैं आप लोगों को जो लेटर राइटिंग है, उस आप लोग तो लेटर राइटिंग नहीं करते, लेकिन उस ज़माने में ये होता था कि आप फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अगर आप लेटर लिखती थी, मैं उसका वो करती थी, फोटो कॉपी बनाती थी. सेकंड है कि आपने लेटर में जो भी मैं लिखती थी, कुछ भी मैं एक बात ज़रूर याद रखती थी कि ये लेटर जिसको जा रहा है ना, 10 लोग और पढ़ेंगे. इसलिए यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल ऑफ व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू राइट. आई यूज्ड टू बी वेरी केयरफुल ऑफ व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू राइट, यू नो, कि 10 लोग और पढ़ेंगे. अदरवाइज आई एम वेरी ओपन पर्सन, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है. लेकिन फिर भी आप जब भी उस ज़माने में, अभी तो मैं ये मशवरा दे नहीं सकती, इंटरनेट का ज़माना है तो क्या क्या चल रहा है, क्या क्या हो रहा है. सो लेकिन फिर भी उस ज़माने में मैं ये ऐसे करती थी कि, और मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि देखिए, दिस इज़ these things, letter writing and these hobbies are hobbies of substance. I mean, this was a woman's real talent. This was who you are defined to be, your hobbies. Because nowadays, what a woman, girls of my age, back then I was like 18, 19, 20 years old, 25 years old when I used to do all this, before the internet ka zamana. But you know, so we were proud of our hobbies. This was we could call ourselves women of substance. This is our talent. This is who we are. But this is how we showed who we are.